Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bomber Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad.
All right, man. Chris Colbert taps in. He talks about fighting Frank Martin. He says definitely gonna happen. He said he definitely will be going up in weight. So I guess he ain't asking no catch weight or nothing. And he said that he gonna show that his last fight was in a. He said the fight gonna be next was just a bad performance. And he said he gonna go in there and he gonna make people. He said nobody want to fight Frank Martin right now. He gonna make people want to fight Frank Martin. And that he gonna remind people why he was so talented touted. So he still got a lot of confidence. I mean, he could say that. Obviously, we can see that in the ring. He still got a lot of confidence. One thing about the New York dudes, man, he still carrying on that. He's still kind of carrying on that torch. They confident, bro. Them motherfuckers have missed 30 shots on the court and still be confident taking the next shot. That's what I respect about. That's what I respect about them. That's what you respect, bro. But he said it's happening this year. But let's talk about it. Check out the Box News playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. But like I said before, they confident, bro. So I mean, I seen this story in the boxing a lot of times, and people might say, "Well, what do you think he's seeing Frank Martin?" Right? And I watched, his last fight. I went back and watched it. I went back to watch it and all that type of stuff, bro. I'm gonna talk about it. He said, but Colbert said he fighting Frank Martin this year. He said it was next. He said, I don't expect. I do the unexpected. I'm dead ass serious. Said Chris Colbert. The fight hype was asked how serious he is about fighting Frank Martin. Quote: I don't do too much talking on social media unless I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I'm going up to 135 pounds. Said Colbert when told that Frank Martin fights at 135 lightweight. Quote: I don't know yet. We'll see. Said Colbert next if it will be a one-off for him and moving up to lightweight for Martin. He said after this dominant performance against Martin, we'll see how it goes. I really dominate everybody in my mind. My last fight against Hector Luis Garcia was a malfunction with my body and myself. I paid for the course, right? He says now it's time for me to come back and do what they think I can't do. So they know that Ish wasn't about nothing. He's a good fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, actually. But I see flaws that I can exploit, and that's what I'm going to do when the date gets set. Colbert said about Martin. I don't know what he does really well. He's a good fighter. That's what I can say. He's a good fighter. When it comes to date, we're going to see who's the better fighter. He's doing good, said Colbert about his thoughts on Frank Martin and 10th round knockout over Jackson Marinez last Saturday night. He got a little bit tired, but that comes with the sport. But actually, he did good and dominated the kid like he was supposed to do and get him out of there. When I beat him back to where I belong. After that, I make my decision if I'm going back down to 130 and get my belt and defend a couple times and come up to 35. Said Colbert when asked about what a win over Frank Martin does for him. He said, quote, it's scary to a lot of people, said Colbert, about a potential clash between him and Martin. Quote, I just seen him on TV. Let's make it happen. I like the kind of Ish Earl Spence is a promoter. That's what he's supposed to do, Colbert said when asked about his thoughts on Earl Spence actually pushing the Martin fight against him. He said, quote, to be honest, I like when a fighter has a big back. Earl Spence is a big back, and like me, Earl Spence said, quote, we're going to bet 100 grand and we're going to see who wins. I got 100 grand on myself. He said, quote, no, not at all. He said Colbert when asked if he felt disrespected by the way he was called out. Me and Earl Spence have history. I said what I said about him, but I always come back to the conclusion that he's a great fighter. So there you go, paying homage to Earl Spence. A lot of you niggas get crying. You niggas don't ever get Earl Spence no credit. There you go. I give Earl Spence credit all the time. People don't never really pay attention to it. They just focus on the negativity and focus on when I compliment him. But I really ain't tripping about it, you know. But it is what it is. He ain't tripping about it neither. But he said, no, he's just a big talker. He said, he's just not a big talker. I know the kid, he's not a big talker. I'm not a big talker on social media. I wait until we go face to face, then I talk that ish. Until then, it's all good sportsmanship. And when it comes to the fight, like I told Spence, I'm hungry right now, bro. I'm hungry. Texts are coming around. I'm just training. The fight's going to happen, but I'm ready. I'm getting ready. Yeah, for sure. In my next fight, Colbert said when asked if he believes that he will fight Frank Martin, what happened in 2022. He said, quote, I'm back this year, September, October. He's going to be the guy. I already told you, I'm going to beat him. It's going to be an easy fight. Quote, I'm going to make it look easy. And then everybody is going to want to fight Frank Martin. Nobody wants to fight Frank Martin right now. Everybody's going to want to fight him then, said Colbert. So, love the confidence, bro. He wouldn't be a New York dude if he didn't have this amount of confidence. Now, me breaking down the fight like some U-Haul boxes, I know the one thing that he sees in Frank Martin. It's the inexperience that he sees in Frank Martin. That's what it is. It's the inexperience. That's what he sees in Frank Martin. It's the inexperience. He don't really have him coming late to the sport. He only been in sport for 10 years. He sees the inexperience. And what he gonna find out, what Martin gonna find out, is the pedigree between him and Colbert is different. But it's times in fights where you can make up that experience or that pedigree gap, and he got all the skills to make up that gap. Sometimes you could be fighting somebody, it could be competitive, but you learn as you go and you edge it out or you win or you figure it out and you take off as a fighter. Prime example, Danny Garcia versus Eric Morales. That was a schooler. After Danny Garcia got schooled and found a way to thug it out, guess what? Danny Garcia became a better fighter. You know, Danny Garcia became a better fighter. And this might be that type of fight for Frank. I mean, even though, they both kind of pretty much on the prospect level, and Aaron Morales is a fucking legend by the time. Still was giving guys like him, Garcia, Morales, Madonna the business. He was a freaking legend by the end, bro. And he was still a great fighter, honestly, man. But nonetheless, man, there might be that type of fight for him, but he got all the skills to be successful, bro. He got all the skills to be successful. Um, to overcome Colbert. He got, Colbert's a big kid, but Colbert might be a little stronger at 135 too. So Colbert's a big kid, bro. So, but nonetheless, yeah, Frank Martin, he got the power, he got the durability. And the only question is, can he take a shot? And I think a lot of people are not gonna like this, but I think you might find a little bit about if he can take a good shot versus Colbert. Colbert might not be the biggest puncher, right? But Colbert is gonna go back to sticking and moving. When you stick and move, what makes guys like Colbert and Mayweather and those type of kind of like solid punchers? Mayweather at like 47 to 54 was a solid puncher. What makes them so dangerous is that they use the angles and their speed and the accuracy to create trouble for you on your chin or to the bodies, the shots that you don't see coming. It's the counter shot. So you might see some of that come fight night, but yeah, he can overcome that because he's a durable fighter. Obviously, he's a fast learner. Obviously, he's a dedicated fighter. I'm talking about Frank Martin. So obviously, he can overcome the discrepancy gap. He can overcome that, and he might be getting a lesson in the fight, but he might be learning and applying as he go. The light might come on. He might be learning, applying. And he might figure out to thug it out. When you look at his resume, the only issue you got is he ain't went 12 before. Now I don't know if Chris Colbert went 12 before. That's an interesting. So Colbert has went 12 before. He went 12 his last two fights. So three. He went 12 3 times. He went 11. So he only got 16, 17 fights, and Martin got 16 fights. But it's a difference. I think it's a difference in quality opponents for Colbert. And that's my opinion. I think it's a good difference in quality opponents. And as it should be, because Frank Martin is late to the party, bro. Welcome to my house party. You know what I'm saying? He's late to the party. So I think Frank Martin got the corner, he got the durability, he got the skill set, he got the speed, he got a good hook. He's a natural hooker more than Errol Spence is. And I think he got the stuff to make to win this fight. Honestly, he got the right. He made the right stuff to win this fight. To be honest, but the thing about it is, it's gonna be about can the thing about it is it's gonna be can Colbert is Colbert gonna flash his pedigree? Is he gonna make the adjustments not to hang his weight so far on his front foot? He gonna make the adjustments not to come out there and try to be a puncher. You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna make the proper adjustments? Is the question. And that's the $1,000,000 question. Is he gonna make the proper adjustments? If he do, and he go there and look for the score and the flash of speed, it's gonna be an interesting fight. It's gonna be an interesting fight. If he sit there and try to put all his weight on his front foot and try to come out there and be and bang with Frank Martin, he gonna lose. You got to understand. You got to box Frank Martin. You sit there right with him, he gonna kill you. So you got to box with Frank Martin. You have to box. You have to box with him. So you sit there and you try to bang with him and try to sit there and you're gonna get knocked out. So Colbert box is gonna be interesting. If Colbert boxes, it's gonna be a fun fight. And he should have the edge if he boxes. But the thing about Frank Martin, all that shit, you can box, and Frank Martin can change the fight with his tenacity. But if Frank Martin can take a punch, he should run away with this victory pretty easy. Because I know Colbert, people say, well, Colbert not the biggest puncher. No, he's not. But I'm gonna think Colbert really tapped into what he really is, and that's a flashy, stick and move, slick fighter. He can create those. He can create those angles, and he can create trouble for Frank Martin. So Frank Martin gonna learn a lot from fighting Chris Colbert. I know they both got around the same fights, but it's a pedigree. Gonna learn a lot in that fight, win, lose, or draw. But I think I favor Frank Martin, but I wouldn't be surprised if Colbert, showed why he was touted to be the next guy over at PBC. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Just put the podcast up. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.